Joining me now, Democratic Congresswoman Gwen of Wisconsin, a member of the House Budget and Financial Services Committee. Thank you so much, Congresswoman, for joining me.
Thanks for having me, Tamron.
Absolutely. So our first read team says both sides are laying the groundwork to see who bleeds the most after March 1st. Once the spending cuts take effect, as we know, they will hold who holds the negotiating upper hand. The bottom line, they're saying that both sides here, they don't know how this is going to play out, but you're banking on the other guy or gal losing the most here.
Well, I can tell you one of the things that I feel very concerned about, Tamron, is if people seem to be oblivious to the kind of austerity that this will cause. I've heard of many commentators, many members of Congress, and folks even on your station, MSNBC, on like the Morning Joe show say, oh, you know, these are only 3% of our total budget. These cuts only amount to that much. And so, you know, this is a runaway train that's running off track of where the American people need to be and where our economy needs to focus.
So if that is the
during
case,
this time of recovery.
Okay, so if that is the case, the president speaking earlier to the governor, Speaker Boehner has a news conference. There seems to be all talk and no action. If this is the runaway train that you and the president and Speaker Boehner has said we face, then why aren't there any meetings scheduled today?
Well, I can tell you, I'm not on the negotiating team, but I can tell you that I think Democrats are poised to carry this thing over the finish line. I don't think we're the problem at all. I think the president has talked to us a variety of times, for example, about the modest or about changes that may need to come in the area of Medicare. And I can, as a Democrat, I can envision how we can do that. Delivery of service, as we have it now, is inefficient. You know, if you go into a hospital room, you'll see the doctor swipe, use the barcode to swipe a Band-Aid or to swipe a barcode, to charge, what is it, on the cover of Time magazine, 10,000 times the value of a pill.
Right.
So I do think that there are changes that could be made to this program. So I don't think that Democrats are the reason that we aren't able to bring this to the fore.
Right. Well,
I think
your state alone, for example, and the White House has released information on how states will be affected individually here. Perhaps people will be able to understand when it's right in their backyard. But your state, $8.5 million for education, 120 teachers and aide jobs at risk, 3,000 civilian workers could be furloughed.
That's exactly right.
But the bottom line is here, those numbers are, as you point out, the White House says, are right numbers. But what do you tell the people, those teachers, those civilian workers who may, as a result, be laid off their jobs? Not so much of who's to blame, but what's next here?
Well, I can tell you that I stand ready as their representative in the 4th Congressional District to end this. But again, as a member of the minority party, I don't get to bring a bill to the floor. And as quiet as it's kept, the president isn't a member of the House of Representatives either. He can't bring a bill to the House. Only Speaker Boehner and Majority Leader Cantor can bring a bill. And yes, while everyone, my governor, for example, says that, oh, we won't be affected that much. We don't have a really big defense force. And as you pointed out, 3,000 civilians will be furloughed or laid off in the defense industry in Wisconsin. $10 million will be lost for disabled children. And I mean, you know, $500,000 here, $500,000 for juvenile justice programs, senior feeding programs, women, infant, and children's programs, you name it. It's death by 1,000 cuts. And I don't think that Democrats in the House we're waiting for a bill and waiting for the House of Representatives to give us an opportunity to end this stalemate.
Congresswoman, thank you so much for your time. I greatly appreciate it. I'm hoping to talk with you soon on this issue.